And then we're going to start. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melissa Andre. I'm the Executive Director of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board. And today we're convening a session of Water Department/water revenue cases. With me today is our board chair, Paula Weiss, as well as with me in the office is John O'Connor, and on the phone is Nancy Camerdiner. They're all board members. Please be aware that this is a public hearing and it is being recorded. Because the meeting is public, participants and viewers have no expectation of privacy. And by continuing to be in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. This recording will be posted on the Tax Review Board's website. Paula, please take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Tax Review Board hearings for September 16th, 2025 are now in session. Before moving into the matters that are going to be heard by the board today, we have some administrative matters to read into the record from our docket. So, beginning with what is listed on our docket is case number 1 for 2935 Headley Street. This matter has been continued. What are listed as cases 4 and 6 for 1608 Point Breeze Avenue. Case number 4 ends in docket number EMLX. Case number 7, case number 6 ends in docket 7YWL. Those cases have been withdrawn. And what is listed on our docket is case number 5 for 9841 Northeast Boulevard. Last 4 digits of the docket, LU7V, has also been continued. So with those being said, it takes us back to the matters that are still open and waiting our review, starting with today, case number 3 for 2863 North 20th Street. Last 4 digits of the docket are JZJX. Sorry, it's hard to see. And we do have the petitioner in our hearing room today, Michael McLaughlin. Mr. McLaughlin, do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm Paula Weiss, chair of the board. Could you please state your full name for the record?
Michael James McLaughlin.
And Mr. McLaughlin, do you swear or affirm that any testimony you give today will be the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. And who has this matter for the city?
Melanie Nezich for the City of Philadelphia.
Hello, Ms. Nezich. Now, I know that Mr. McLaughlin has been here previously, and we did get a large amount of information as to what this case is about, and had continued it for a power of attorney, as well as for Mr. McLaughlin to enter into the refund process. So I really need an update. I believe we did get a power of attorney. Ms. Andre, is that correct?
That is correct, Ms. Nezich. I just emailed it to you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just got it like maybe 20 minutes ago, so I just emailed it to you.
No
as
problem.
well as a copy of the refund petition that he submitted.
Okay. Actually, before we address this matter, I did have one administrative request. Ms. Weiss, since you did confirm the continuance, could I ask that my witness, Mr. Slosar, John Slosar, be excused for the day?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for
John,
coming.
thank you.
Thank you all.
Another
Thanks.
day. All right.
So yeah, moving back to 2863 North 20th. I'm able to review the power of attorney, but am I to assume that the board has taken judicial notice of it?
I believe so.
And therefore, am I correct in assuming that the standing issue has been waived?
Or resolved.
Resolved. Okay.
So the question then becomes the refund process. I know, Mr. McLaughlin, you did file a petition for refund, as we had talked about at our last hearing. I don't know if the city has acted on it yet. You haven't heard anything, is that correct?
I went to the refund place this morning. They said there was nothing pending on that address, and the case is clear. There's no credit on the address at all.
Oh, okay. So they've essentially denied your request for a refund.
I guess that's what that says.
Ms. Nezich, is there something that you can tell us to update us on that so that we know if we're going to move ahead?
I imagine that this was handled by my colleague previously, so maybe I can just give like a quick summary so that we're all on the same page, and I can confirm that my understanding matches the board's and the petitioners as well. It's my understanding that the petitioner, Mr. McLaughlin, that he was the administrator of the property at 2863 North 20th, and that the property's deed was fraudulently stolen by a Gloria Rawls. I've seen the judgment that you submitted from the Court of Common Pleas, making an order to that effect. During the time that Gloria Rawls had, fraudulent possession of title of the property, she was receiving water bills in her name. And she also received a help loan for the amount of $2,885.50, I believe.
Mhm.
And for that, the work was performed by a third party contracted by the city for that amount. And the work was completed by permit and inspected by the City of Philadelphia Water Department to their satisfaction. So it's the city's position that $2,885.50 worth of work was performed at the property benefiting the estate. And so a refund is not due at this time. And perhaps furthermore, the proper venue to take this very legitimate complaint about fraud would be back to the Court of Common Pleas against Ms. Rawls and not against the city. So that would be my basic summary of what I understand is happening and the city's position.
Thank you. That is very helpful. All right, Mr. McLaughlin, do you have a response to Ms. Nezich? I mean, I know we heard a lot of testimony previously, we do, and as she summarized, I think we have the idea of what happened.
If the case should go back to Miss Gloria Rawls, then I should be refunded what I paid for her loan. The house
Go ahead.
was in perfect condition, no water problems. My parents bought that house in 1960. My father had never had a late bill. That water had never been off. There was no problem with anything. So whatever reason, and what they did was, when I got back in the house, there was no piping at all. There was not one pipe in the house. The person that owns the house now has replaced the piping. There was no piping when she bought that house. That was done by Miss Gloria Rawls. I've been here, this is like my 4th time here, doing this, and I've been trying to get that deed back since 2021. I don't feel like I should have had to pay for somebody stealing my deed and getting a loan against my deed. And that wouldn't be fair. I've served this country for 14 years, 9 months and 7 days as a military person. I'm a retired person. I work in the behavioral health field part-time. I don't deserve to pay for somebody else's stealing or thievery. How did Miss Gloria she got the water bill put in her name over the phone? It's not like she had to come down to the building or nothing like that. You can call the water department and say, I'm in this property right now, and this is my name, and they say, okay. So
I'm not sure it's quite like that, since she did manage to have the deed in her name.
well,
Whether, even though that
what I'm
was
saying is,
fraudulent.
I can call there now and have that water put in my name right now. They're not going to ask me for no deed. They do it right over the phone, and the next month that bill was in your name. Yes, ma'am. That's the way that is. I could see if she walked down there, because then they would have been chasing her. I wouldn't have had to pay that bill, because they would have knew exactly who to contact. They've never seen this person before. She just went there. She just called on the phone and said, I'm Gloria Rawls. This is my address. You know what I'm saying? You understand me?
Okay, I do understand. I do.
And this is going on all over the city. My parents weren't rich, and neither am I. And we shouldn't have to continue to pay for other people's badness. in order for the water department to be satisfied with a loan that wasn't given to the person that took it.
Okay, but you do understand that the loan is to pay for repairs that were made to the property.
There was no
Didn't give her the
repairs
money.
needed while we were in that property.
I would like to ask Ms. Nezich some questions, and I don't know if you have, you have your witness who can answer this, but I'd like to get a timeline. for
Yes, I do have a witness. If you'd like to swear him in, Ms. Weiss, I'd like to call Paul Parker to testify on this matter.
Mr. Parker, can you turn your camera on as well as your microphone? Good afternoon.
How you
Mr.
doing today?
We're good. How are you?
Okay.
Good. Could you state your full name and position with the city, please?
My name is Paul Parker. I'm the assistant manager for the plumbing repair unit, aka the Help Loan Program.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
So Ms. Nezich, if you could lead him through the timeline, that would be helpful. I'd really like to know when the first violation was issued, and then just very briefly, what the timeline was for repairs. And if you could then compare that for me with the actual date that the fraudulent deed transfer occurred, so we can see where everything was in process. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
Mr. Parker, just for Mr. McLaughlin's background, could you share how long you've been the assistant manager at the Help Loan Program and a little bit about your background at PWD?
Okay, I've been working for the water department for 13 years. Previously, I was at the meter shop. For the last year and 2 months, I've been at the plumbing repair unit.
Okay. And so, what are some of the reasons, or what is the reason why someone would take out a help loan?
Well, in this case, they were issued a notice of defect.
Right.
That's why.
And when was that? What's the date?
Exact date for that is, I do have it right here. I believe this is, hold on, it's very small. I'm actually looking at the notice of defect. Look at that.
You might be able to bring it up.
This, so this was served on 2/14/2020.
And
It says
to who?
a broken pipe. And they said the property was vacant initially.
Okay, and where did that?
And this is from City Works, and this is from Sewer Maintenance, Philadelphia Water Department's Sewer Maintenance issued this.
And what address did it go to?
2863 North 20th Street.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Ms.
And
Nezich?
I said, Your Honor, at that time, the house probably was said vacant because we weren't in that house. But Ms. Rawls was.
Well, not
Yes, she was.
February of 2020?
Yes, because when I tried to get in the house at that time, they had changed the locks on it.
Okay, all right, so.
They had been in the house, tore the house up prior to all of this. I've been fighting this since this whole time. I went in there in March of
March of what year, sir?
2020.
Okay, Ms. Nezich?
So moving on to the help loan, I'm going to share my screen if that's all right with the board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mr. Parker, can you see my screen? Can everyone see my screen at this time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Paul, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, cool. So this is, are you familiar with this file?
Yes.
This is the help loan program file.
Right. It's the
for-
paper. Yeah, this is the file for 2863 North 20th Street for the
Okay.
help loan that was issued.
And so this file is basically going to include like invoices and records of the work done, and basically, you know, like inspections of after the work was done, everything that has to do with the repair of the vacant broken pipe or water service pipe. that was replaced, correct?
Correct.
So pardon my scroll, I'm just going to scroll down to a couple of important items here, but Mr. McLaughlin, I'm more than happy to send this information to you too, if it would be helpful to you.
Sure, yes.
Here we see, this is one of the first sort of itemized invoices where the materials and service are itemized out, and you can see that this is issued to Gloria Rawls by In a Flash, and it's signed by her. And the date for this is 10/3, oh no, I'm sorry,
12/17.
12/1/2020 or 12/17/2020. Yeah, Gloria Rawls signed.
It looks like the initial was 12/1/2020.
Yeah.
The 17th is probably when they went back, when they completed the work. So it looks like the initial was 12/1/2020.
Right, because the inspection certification happened after, and that's at 12/17/2020.
Right.
So this happened over a period of time
Right.
in December 2020.
And when did she get the loan?
The loan came before then. So here is where she made a certification where she was applying to have the loan, right? And she certified on this section that, and I'll make this large so that everybody can see, that she is the property owner of record of
So
the
she had the
property.
stolen deed at that time? That's all that's.
Correct.
Mr. McLaughlin, the city is showing their evidence. Just hold your questions till after they're done, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Pardon my scroll. We're moving on here. Again, all of these feature Gloria Rawls' signature, and you said, you know, how did she get the loan? Let's go back to, and this will all be in the packet. This is City Exhibit 1 for the board's records. It was for a total of $2,985, may have been decreased. Here's some work reports. I'm just going to scroll through this because, Mr. Parker, how does someone get a help loan? What do they have to submit and what do they have to verify for PWD to allow them to take out a help loan?
Well, they will either have to have a lead water service or have received a notice of defect from the Philadelphia Water Department concerning their sewer line or water service. In this case, he received a notice of defect.
Right. And so if a property owner wants to repair the notice of defect, they can apply for a help loan. But is a tenant, for example, allowed to apply for a help loan?
No,
Right.
the homeowner. You have to be a homeowner in order to apply for the help loan. And also you have to have a recorded deed, which is verified and notarized.
Right. And so people submit the deed, or is a deed search done by your unit?
Yep, either way, we either fill a docs or they actually submit the physical deed.
Right. And Philadocs is the online database where all of the City of Philadelphia Department of Records deeds are searchable, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And so we can tell that something was recorded properly in Philadocs by certain details that are stamped on top of a document like this one I'm highlighting above, correct? So,
Yes.
right. So this one was recorded in Philadelphia. Each of them have a document ID number that are unique to their document, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And
With-
so can
I just interrupt for a second because
Mhm.
this deed is actually from Gloria Rawls,
Mhm.
not to Gloria Rawls. It's dated 11/4/2020,
Mhm.
which means then the application you just showed us was dated 11/30/2020.
Correct.
But
After
she
the
didn't
deed.
own the property anymore.
This is, if I may, this is a deed of correction, and she is the grantor of one part, and Bilal Adam is the grantee of one part. So this would mean that Gloria Rawls is granting just a half a share to this Bilal Adam.
So she was still, in fact, the
Mhm.
supposed owner of the property.
Mhm. She went from 100% owner to joint tenant,
Okay.
according to this deed, which, as we know, has been quieted
It's
in
been,
a court of common pleas action. So this is just on its face what it says. And again, we know now that, it was fraudulent, but on its face, I would just like to ask Mr. Parker's opinion. On its face, as a submission for the help loan purposes, this does show that Ms. Rawls was a part owner, joint tenant at the time of the application, because this is from November 4th, 2020, and the application is from later on
Yes, ma'am.
in
And where
2020.
does it say that? I don't think looking.
Well, the fact that she's the grantor, and I believe that if I scroll down here, it does reference the, you know how in deeds they will often reference the previous deed of how they got it. So here is what they reference as the previous deed, recorded in August 2020, granted and conveyed unto Gloria Rawls in fee.
Right, so where does it say she's only deeding a portion?
At the top.
Here, where it says hereinafter the grantor of the one part, and Bilal Adams hereinafter the grantee of the other part.
You can scroll down, please, a couple paragraphs.
Here we can see both pieces of information. Grantor, grantee, one part, other part, and here's the previous deed, sort of like the last crumb in the chain of title.
Scroll down a little farther, please.
With the free and common use.
I can keep going. I'm just gonna keep scrolling.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make it larger if necessary.
John, where's the language that you see, John?
I didn't,
Thank you.
I thought it was farther up in the deed, but I'm not sure now.
What, if I may ask what the board is looking for in particular?
I'm looking to see the language where she retains a portion of ownership, and I don't know that, I know they're citing the caption, but I'm not sure the caption is really sufficient.
The caption doesn't really tell you anything. It's of the one part and of the other part.
Thank you, because if you go down a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
It says, free and common use of, I think all that certain lot or piece of ground with the two-story
I'm
brick.
sorry, right, if you look at the sentence right above that, by these presences, grant, bargain, sell, release, confirm unto the said grantee as sole owner.
Owner. Mm.
Right,
Hmm.
all that certain lot or piece of ground with the two-story brick mess, whatever that is, or tenement thereon erected. So I don't know where you're seeing her retaining a piece.
I don't see that either. It says as sole owner.
It was my understanding that in deeds of correction, where one part and another part are still remain separate, each individual tenant in common has the ability to possess the entire piece as a whole,
But I don't see that it's,
although they are tenants in common.
I don't see the words tenants in common anywhere on this document.
And I think the last sentence is very telling. As sole owner, it release and confirm unto the said grantee as sole owner. There's no as, I feel like instead of sole owner, it would say as tenants in common or
That's what one would think.
yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so assuming that that language is actually the accurate, although I know that this was not a good deed, I understand that, and this deed was voided by the Court of Common Pleas. But in terms of the city relying on only your statements that help loans are, only available to deed record owners, she
Mhm.
was not the record owner on 11/30, and I understand that there's a time lag for recording, and maybe the city had not yet recorded that deed, but she was compounding her fraud, I guess, because she had already sold that property or transferred that property and yet was taking out a help loan.
Yes, I think your understanding is fairly correct. moving on to the other documents that were associated with this deed, or whatever this instrument purports itself to be,
Yes.
which was searchable in Philodox at the time as well. I don't know if it still exists there. There was what, appears to be a notarial seal, right? And,
yeah. Yeah.
notary page and a Philadelphia real estate transfer tax certification for $1, which to me would indicate that they would be retaining the property as tenants in common, because the full real estate transfer tax fee was not paid. It was just a $1 transfer. So I suppose that's what indicated, at least to me, that she was retaining half of the portion. So back to Mr. Parker, this is what was submitted by Ms. Rawls to the Philadelphia Water Department.
Okay.
The work was completed, correct?
Yes,
The necessary work of repairing the vacant broken pipe and the water service supply lines, I believe, correct?
yes,
And this work is, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. This work is later verified by PWD inspectors, correct?
yes, ma'am.
And you've been able to review the records that review the work and make sure that it's done up to the standards of the Philadelphia Water Department?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so the necessary work that was prescribed by the notice of defect was performed.
Yes.
Okay, I have no further questions for Mr. Parker, but if the board or anyone else would like some follow-up questions.
I don't. Mr. McLaughlin, did you have any questions for Mr. Parker?
I just want to make a statement.
Okay.
Looking at that deed right there, and it has my mother and father's name on there. My father died in 2016. My mother died in 2018. You understand where I'm going with that?
So once your mom did
No.
pass away, and we are sorry for your loss, and I know it's hard. What happened to the property?
Well, my nephew stayed in there for a little while. During that time, I still was going through my grieving. I had my own home with my wife, and I wasn't going back and forth I wasn't ready to go back and forth into the house. I had people on the block checking, making sure everything was okay. And when I went back into the house, it wasn't the house that I was raised in.
And when was that you actually did go back? Do you know?
I think it was March 20. I know it was in March. It was
Of
during the time of the pandemic.
Okay, 2020. And was your nephew was gone?
Yes, and I didn't know that because I was out of contact with him, and he had left the house. So, but what I hear was people were in the house. Somebody called me and let me know, hey, somebody's in your house. So when I went to check the house, the doors, the locks were changed and everything. So I'm thinking still that is my house. So I got in the house. It wasn't the house that I was raised in. The house was taken down to the brick wall. Every pipe was gone out of the house. So whatever they did on the street, I don't know why they did it, because there wasn't no pipes in the house. There wasn't no pipes in the house when I sold the house. The lady that's in the house now had just finished repiping the house. So I understand what they're saying. I see that they did the work. I get it. But what I'm saying is I shouldn't have to pay for, at the bottom line, somebody else's thievery.
And do you know where Miss Rawls is now?
I don't even know who Ms. Rawls, I don't even know if that's what the water department should know. I mean, they gave her the money, so now they want to take that money from me. I never knew a Ms. Rawls. I never knew a Bilal. So I think all of these names are just names. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Okay.
I'm just here.
you don't know, you don't know. Ms. Nezick, did you have anything else? Any other questions for petitioner? Any last words before this board steps back?
Just a brief closing remark. Mr. McLaughlin, I'm really sorry that this happened to you. I'm completely sympathetic to the fraud that was perpetrated upon you by Miss Rawls or whoever she is. This is a difficult situation, and I wish that the water department could provide relief for this, but it is my client's position that that the Court of Common Pleas and Miss Rawls is where you need to look to. That is my client's position, but
Well, I
Thank
think that's where you need to look to, because I've already paid. That's why I'm looking for a refund. I've already done my part. Have you done your part in looking for, has the water department looked for Ms. Rawls? Does she have property elsewhere? Does Bilal have property elsewhere? Have they done their diligence? I've done everything I've done. It took me 4 years to get the deed back to that house.
Okay. All right, so the board is going to take a few minutes and step back. Everyone just stay where you are.
Thank you.
Thank you. Should I stay here?
Yes, just stay right there.
Yes.
didn't know that. I always find something new about you, John.
I
Always.
grew up right down the street from the ballpark, 20, yeah.
Mm. Well, I also found out you were Jewish today, so that's something new. All right, Paula,
Everybody back?
correct.
Review board is back in session. Yes, see Nancy. So the board did step back and have a conversation about the information that was provided today, as well as we did have information from a prior hearing that had been put on the record. And it is our decision at this time to deny the request for the refund. Mr. McLaughlin, we do understand your position and how unfortunate has been your journey has been. But the city did do the work, did replace some of the pipes and do the repairs that would have had to be done, regardless of how the problem came about. And by your own testimony, you were not at the property for quite a number of years to maintain or pay attention to what might have been happening at that time. And so when the city came in and found violations, those did need to get taken care of and were done at the city's expense. So this petition is denied. You will get a letter from the tax review board in about 2 weeks with that decision. It will also have information for either party that may choose to appeal to the Court of Common Pleas. The information for further appeal will be in there. And that would conclude this matter before the board. So thank you for coming in and good luck.
I'm Connor, I concur.
Thank you, John. Nancy?
Nancy Cameradiner, I concur.
Always, I concur. And we're going to move on to what is listed on our docket as case number 2 for 7760 Woodland Avenue. Last 4 digits of the docket, 6LX. Is that a Q? That line over there.
Yes, it is a Q.
And I believe we have 2 parties representing this property who are on our Zoom. Ms. Fernandez, Christine Fernandez, Sean Fernandez. Each of you, if you could unmute and turn on your cameras, that would be helpful. Ms. Fernandez, Sean Fernandez, Mr. Fernandez, can you turn on your camera and unmute yourself if you're planning to be involved in this hearing? Did we lose him?
No, he's here.
I'm here.
Okay. All right, if you can turn your camera on, that would be very helpful. Thank you. Okay, so starting with Ms. Fernandez, could you state your full name for the record?
Yes, Christina Fernandez.
Do you swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. And Mr. Fernandez, same thing. Please state your full name for the record.
John E. Fernandez.
And do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, we're going to turn to the city representative first so that we can get the dollar amounts and dates that are in controversy. Then we will come back. I'm not sure which one of you is taking the lead here, but whoever is taking the lead, each of you will have the opportunity to explain to us why you're here and what you're looking for from the board. Okay? So, Ms. Nezich, you have a witness who's going to put the numbers on the record for us?
Yes, I do plan to call 2 witnesses. First, Mr. Paul Parker,
Who's already sworn.
and then after that, Miss Rhonda Ferrer.
Okay, so does Mr. Parker have the dollar amounts that we're going to be discussing today?
I do, because it's the city that's the appellant in this case.
Okay,
So the city takes issue with a $1,583.70 credit applied to the principal of a help loan by the first level hearing board that was
well,
credited to the
I think
account.
you're starting in the middle. We need to go back to the beginning to know what was in dispute.
Sure. Then the city would like to call Mr. Paul Parker.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Parker, you have already been sworn. So is this a help loan appeal? Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so can you give us the date and dollar amounts for that loan?
If I may share my screen so that Mr.
Okay.
Parker can reference the help loan itself.
Really?
Okay.
Thank you. Just a moment. And I will make this a bit larger and more legible if possible. Okay. Mr. Parker, here's the total amount and the date for your reference.
Okay, I have it too. $5,347.
And the date,
4/15/15. The work was actually completed on 3/27/15.
right, so that was the initial amount
Yeah.
Okay,
that was taken out for the help loan, and the petitioners at the first level took issue with some payments that were either credited or not credited to their water or help loan accounts in and around September 2023 to December 2023.
all right, well then why don't we start with them, with Mr. or Ms. Fernandez, to see what it is that they're actually looking for and where their dispute lies, and then we'll come back to you.
That's totally fine. I would just reiterate that the city is the appellant in this case, and I do have a legal argument to start as well, whenever you would like to
Okay,
hear that.
well, all right, if you would prefer that, why don't you start there?
Okay.
Before we go.
So Mr. Parker, could you read the highlighted clause in the 2015 help loan that Mr. Sean Fernandez signed?
Homeowner waives his or her right to appeal help loan bills to the tax review board.
Right, so the 2015 help loans, the language of the loans required that anyone who took out a loan with the City of Philadelphia Water Department Help Loan Program waived their right to appeal any help loan bills to the tax review board. It's the city's position here that because this is a contract dispute wherein the property owner has waived their right to use this venue for appeal, that the appropriate venue is the Court of Common Pleas for a contract dispute.
When was that clause put into those contracts?
This was a 2015 contract. There's different language in the 2025 contracts. It's actually more expansive, but a bit more broad.
Has there been a change between the 2015 contracts and the 2025 contracts? Is there something maybe in 21 or 19 that allowed the TRB to have jurisdiction?
Is there something like an event
Like,
that occurred?
I guess from my perspective, and again, is now we're talking about legal argument, so I feel comfortable jumping in. But the tax review board has in fact handled help loan matters before. So, and I can't remember seeing this. And Paula actually acted as the executive director, and I'm not sure she has. So
No, this has never been brought up to us.
exactly. So we're taken aback, but
Since they were initiated.
so I guess our only thing is I don't think, but again, it's clearly in front of us. So I'm not aware with language like this in the help loan. And can you just scroll up? Is this a change order? Is this the original help loan?
This is the original help loan.
Got
You know, with the classic language of homeowner certification, scope
Mhm.
of work, payment responsibilities, there is, so in my broad generalized review of the help loan contract language for waiver clauses, I do know for sure that in around 2010, there was no waiver clause. This loan is from 2015, and there is this clear waiver clause, waiving jurisdiction of the TRB. And then, like I said, in 2025, current loans do not have this type of language. They do have a more generalized waiver of liability and waiver of claims to more venues than just the TRB. But in the 2015 version of these loans, the TRB is specifically enunciated.
Do we need to step back to talk about this?
Yes, unless the petitioner has something to add.
All right.
Probably hear from the petitioner.
Ms. Fernandez, what's the basis of your claim in your appeal here?
Actually, Judge Milton, what we went to we went to about 6 or 7 of these. I had submitted all my all my payments. I was paying RCB directly. I had no issue for years. One day I got a water bill threatened to shut off our notice back in November of 2023, and they wanted us to pay $1,997.
But when you say paying RCB directly, was that for the help loan or was that for your water bill? Those are two.
The help loan. Yeah, the help loan. We had it down to about 2,000 and I believe 600 and some dollars as of January 2024. I just started making payments again after Judge Milton told me to keep making payments. So I started making payments again this summer. Now I'm holding off again until we get this squared away once and for all, because the money that we've paid is missing. I have all my receipts. I sent everything to the court every time they've had all the payment receipts from the credit union of showing all of our payments.
And Mr. Parker, what's the balance currently?
This I believe would be
We
better.
wouldn't-
This question would be
yeah.
better served.
Yeah, I wouldn't have, that would be a revenue. They would have that.
Yeah, I do have a witness that I can call for that, Miss Rhonda Ferrer,
Ms. Ferrer?
and I think she might need to be sworn in as well.
I'm not seeing her. Hold on. Because of could you stop sharing your screen for a
Oh,
minute?
sorry.
I'm sorry, it's just that I can't see it. All right, Ms. Ferrer, there you are. Good afternoon. Could you please state your full name and position with the city? And we can't hear you.
Turn your sound on.
No, Ms. Ferrer, we cannot hear you. You are on mute.
I can't hear her.
Oh, wait, now I can hear
There
you.
it is.
There you go.
Okay, hi.
Okay, we're good. Can you please state your full name and position with the city?
My name is Rhonda Pereira. I am the director of WRB Accounting Unit.
And do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. So for this help loan that's in dispute, could you tell me what the current balance is?
Sure. Let me just, I'm sorry. I have to
That's
look
okay.
very fast. Okay, so the current balance for the help loan is $2,485.59.
Okay, and do you see, other than, I know that she said she has stopped paying right now pending this, but overall, since 2015, do you see regular payments? Can you see if they've been making their payments?
I can see payments being made from RCB.
Okay, beginning when?
May 15, 2024, and the last payment from RCB is from February 6, 2021.
I mean, that was the first.
You mean the first?
No, no, that's the last payment I have. So the first payment is May 15, 2017. I'm sorry. And the last payment is, all right, the last payment, I'm sorry, is December 1st, 2023.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You earlier you testified that there was a payment from 5/15/2024. That's not true?
I don't see any payments made from RCB. The last one I see is December 1st, 2023.
Okay.
Sorry, you need me to repeat it again?
No, it's just they're different dates and I just wanted clarification. Thank you so much.
Make sure we have it right.
Yep.
Ms. Fernandez, does that sound about right in terms of how you've made the payments from May of 2017 through 2023?
Yes, because when everything was reversed and they put a lien on our house, trying to collect $2,000 for our water bill because they took all the money from the payments that we made from our help loan. And I actually had to contact someone down City Hall because they did a shut off notice. A lien was against our house. Someone in the water department ended up reversing it and they said they were going to fix everything. And we've been going through this ever since. I've been trying to make sure the lien was taken off our home. And that is correct. The letter that was received from RCB was on January 4th. That was the next due date. I stopped making payments to Ms. Cooper once all of this started. And I had to start doing the court hearings.
Right, so they're not really appealing the help loan, Ms. Nesich.
No.
They're appealing how payments have been applied. Is that correct, Ms. Fernandez?
I'm gonna be quite honest with you. This was actually the city appealed this for today. I
Your
actually
initial,
yeah. Well, the money disappeared. Well, my water bill was reversed. They put $2,000 water bill, like our actual water bill. They want us to pay $2,000 to put a lien on our house. We didn't have a $2,000 water bill.
well, that's not in front of us today, so I
Yeah.
can't really
So
speak.
they reversed the help loan. So pretty much they reversed and put it in the help loan was at like $4,700, almost the same as it was, 5347. Like all the money we've paid disappeared for years.
Okay, so the balance today is 2485.59. Ms. Farrar, is that Ms. Nesich referenced a lower departmental hearing that provided a credit of 1583? Does that 2485.59 balance, is that a result of that credit from the prior departmental hearing, or is that a result of the payments they've made? Do you see a 1583 credit
I
towards
do.
the help?
That's from an adjustment made from TRB.
Right.
TRB adjustment.
Could I say something? Is it?
Yes.
I actually paid up to that amount. The city, they've taken over $2,000 from us for a help loan. We didn't get a credit. That's actually, I've paid, we didn't get anything given to us. We've actually paid, and I've sent in all my, I went back as far as I could with the credit union, over 7 years worth of payments. Like I sent everything. I don't know if anyone took the time to count them all up, but it's over $2,000 in payments to RCB and to the city of Philadelphia for the help loan.
And what was the original amount of the help loan?
$5,347.
All right, do we want to step back for a minute?
Yes, I think so.
Everybody sit.
If I may, before you do, Ms. Weiss, I do want to correct, it does say in the language, homeowner waives his or her right to appeal help loan bills to the tax review board, not just the help loan or help loan policy or help loan application, help loan bills.
Okay.
Just a point of clarification before you retire.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I have to assign Nancy to the room. What the heck is going on? I'm sorry, something's going on with my Zoom. Just give me one more second. What's going on? Okay, now I'm opening them back.
Got it.
Take the exit on the right toward Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Paula.
Yeah,
Wait, I don't see, oh, Nancy's back. You're good.
we're all
Yes,
back.
I'm back. Thank you for checking.
Okay, good. All right, tax review board is back in session. The board did step back. We have a conversation about the information and evidence presented to us today in this case. It is our decision that at this time, we're going to deny this petition. The language of the help loan, while the first time anyone has pointed this out, and I understand they change every year, seems explicit as to the appeal rights, preventing tax review board appeals from the loan. However, Ms. Nezich, we would encourage you to meet with these petitioners to be sure that they are getting credit for all their payments. It's very concerning to us that the city would be hiring an outside organization to collect money that perhaps is not correctly reporting it back, since they have testified that some of the money has been conflated perhaps with their water revenue bill at the same time they're paying the help loan. So I think that it would be appreciated that if someone could be sure that they have gotten credit for all the payments that they have made. But in terms of any further assistance, this matter is denied. Fernandez, you will get a letter. Oh, can I get concurrence from the board? John?
No, Connor, I concur.
Nancy Cameron, I concur.
Yes, I concur. Ms. and Mr. Fernandez, you will get a letter from the tax. I'm not sure which one of you is getting the mail, but there will be a letter from the tax review board in about 2 weeks with that decision. It will contain appeal information to the Court of Common Pleas, should you choose to take this further. I would encourage you to be in touch with Ms. Nezich to see if you can get a full accounting of your payments, to be sure that you are getting credit for everything that you have paid to be applied towards this help loan. So that concludes this matter for the board. Thank you for coming in, and good luck with that. And I think that actually concludes our docket for today. So tax review board session is concluded. Everybody have a good afternoon.
Good
Thank
afternoon,
you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.